How are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing great. How was y'all's day? How was you people's day? My day was. I'm not having a good day. In fact, from yesterday night, I've not been having a very good day because I just I've just had it. I've had enough. I have had enough of the stuff going on around here in this house. So y'all know that I'll be owing you guys a story time. Hello, how are you doing? You guys know that I owe you people a story time of how we moved and why we moved. So I think I might be telling a little of that story time today because I've just had it. I've had it. I've had enough. I've had enough. So guys, my OGs, you guys know that we used to live in New Hampshire, right? So there's so many reasons why we wanted to move, to a more diverse state, something like Texas, because our family is, an interracial family. Not saying that it's not good to live in New Hampshire, but we just felt like, it was time to move. So we decided to move to Texas. My husband decided that we should move to Texas. I didn't like Texas. I didn't want to move to Texas, but when the boss himself says so, we just packed up and moved to Texas. So we didn't find a house before we moved to Texas because I've been to Texas once, just a mini vacation. We didn't stay long, so I don't really know Texas like that. But one thing we definitely knew, or one thing we definitely were sure of, is that we didn't want to live in Houston. We wanted to live like in a suburb of Houston, but we didn't know like exactly where is the best place to live, best school district, and to raise the kids. So, but my baby brother lives in Richmond, Texas. So we moved to Richmond, Texas. You wanna say hi?
Not really.
I'm on the live stream.
Nobody's watching.
Somebody's watching.
Who?
Somebody.
Who's watching? Whoever's watching, comment. I want to know who's watching right now.
Somebody's watching. So we didn't find a house before we moved because, let me see, somebody else is here. Hi everybody. My husband said that nobody is watching my live. I told him that some people are there. At least 2 people are there. But anyway, we moved to, we didn't find a house before we moved because, we wanted to get there first and like look around to the shore where we wanted to live. But we had like 3 places in mind. We had like Katy, Sugarland, and Richmond in mind. So we had to move and stay with my brother for a little while we, looked for houses, because the last thing we want to do is find a house online, move to the area, sign the lease, move to the area, and you don't like the place, So that was what happened. We got to my brother's house. We were looking for houses, for the best place to live. We put the kids in school. Finally, after all the struggle, we were able to put the kids in school. And we just finally found out that Texas was not the place for us, for our family. There was just so many things going on security-wise, like the safety I was so scared each time my kids were going to school. Even though Richmond was a very beautiful place, their school was like one of the best school districts. Like they had very good school district, but it was all the fights break out in school, or people bringing guns to school, or drugs to school, or like it was just a whole lot that we kept getting emails and emails upon emails and upon emails. So I told my husband, heck now, I don't want to do Texas anymore. I don't want. And then came the Uvalde problem. I told my husband, we are not staying here. I don't wanna raise our family here. I don't want us to be here anymore. So then we had to stop looking for a house, and already the kids were in school. We didn't want to move them again in the middle of the school, because we got to Texas, I think it was January 2nd. The kids started school, so we didn't want to move them in between classes, sorry, in the middle of the semester again. So we just had to stay there in my brother's house and let them finish the semester, and then we moved. So, but before we got here, guys, we didn't like come down to Indiana to come up to Indiana. Okay, it's up. Sorry, we weren't able to come up to Indiana to come and find a house by ourselves, like see the houses and choose one. We were not able to do that because my husband was in school and my husband was also working. We did not have that kind of time, so we went online to look. But we already know this. The city that we wanted to live in, one of the safest, best, in fact, it's the best city in Indiana. So I told my husband, I want us to move to Indiana. That's where I feel in my spirit is good for us. So I was the one that went online, looked for a house, found this townhouse, and we signed the lease, and we paid, and we moved in. On getting here, goodness gracious, all the pictures we saw online, all the things we saw online was nothing like it. Like this house is nothing like it. That was a huge mistake, but we didn't have any option. That was the only way we could, find a house. We couldn't come up here and then go back to Richmond and then move. It was just a lot. But yesterday I was cooking, like it's been from one problem to the other. It's been the AC is not, it doesn't cool very well upstairs. Management said you have to close all your vents downstairs so that it will cool upstairs. That was in the middle of summer. Nobody wanted to stay upstairs because it was so hot upstairs. The AC was just working downstairs. They sent several people to work on the AC. The AC was not obeying. They're not changing the AC. I'm like, oh goodness gracious, what nonsense is this? I hope it's not going to be like that for winter, because I hope the heat is working, because I'm telling you, there's going to be a serious issue between me and these people. But anyways, it's the AC, it's the toilets. They had to buy a new one and come and change it after almost 2 months of complaining of overflowing of water. Is the washer and dryer. When we moved here, we begged them, can we please put our own washer and dryer? We have our front loader that is very, very efficient. Like I have the best washer and dryer. They said no, you cannot put it here. The unit comes with its own, blah blah blah. So we had to go and take our own and go and keep in my sister's house. And their washer doesn't do laundry very well. I always have to use the heaviest setting, and I have to wash the laundry little by little. And then the drying, we will have to dry a tiny amount of clothes 4 or 5 times, 4 or 5 cycles on the highest before the clothes will be crispy dry. Like, I've been so mad in this place. And they have called everybody. They call, it's working well. They even had to call the company to come. Like, it's like they went to the market and bought the cheapest appliance they could find, it lay their hands on, like the cheapest one in the market. That's what they do. The microwave, all the microwave I've ever used in my entire life, if there's something you use to microwave 4 minutes, with this one you have to microwave it for 7 minutes before it will microwave. And some portions of the microwave will not be working. Sorry, some portions of the food will still be cold. I'm like, the stove, talk about the stove. We got here and the stove was electric stove, the one that is ring. I've never used such in my entire life, but okay. And the stove wasn't working properly. Like anytime I cook my Nigerian food, my food is always getting soggy because the stove was not like the heat was so low. Something that I could have cooked in 1 hour, I could stand here 5 hours cooking because the stove was so low. I didn't even complain about that because I know that they were not going to change the stove. So I had to order from Amazon, order another ring from Amazon, put it, and that's what we've been using since we moved here. We stayed here for about 3 months now. We got here July 2nd. Sorry, July 2nd. So I had to go and buy, those coil rings from Amazon and put here. That's how I've been able to cook, and the stove started functioning well. Like it's just like from one thing to the other. Like I can't wait. My problem is that this lease is for 14 months. So we're stuck here till next year, September. I mean, it's a great community. I like it, but the unit itself is not even the unit. Like, okay, when we got to this place, the unit that they gave us when we moved here was horrible. And they told us it was newly renovated, everything brand new, but it was not. I'm like, me and my husband, we were so pissed. Like, our things were still in the U-Haul, the kids were still in the car. They brought us into the unit. It was not cleaned. It was like people just moved out. And they told us it was newly renovated. Like, everything they told us before we moved here was just a lie. So, to cut the whole story short, guys, yesterday I was cooking here on the stove. I was making my Nigerian egusi soup. The next thing I heard was a loud spark noise. Like it was so loud. I thought that the stove had blown out. Like it was a very loud exploding sound with sparks all over the place. So the stove just sparked and blew. If you see how I ran like a mad woman, I ran to the living room. I'm like, Jesus, this house is burning. Oh my God, it's not funny. Like, I have just had it to my neck. I've just had it to my throat with this place. Great city, beautiful city, the best school district that my children has ever been. But the house is horrible. Like, guys, don't do it. Next time, don't move to a place you didn't see. You didn't go to visit and see. Even if you're moving to another state, find time and travel and go and see where you're moving before you sign the lease. This is horrible. Like I am so mad. Like every day I wake up is one thing. I am just so mad. I told my husband we might have to break this lease though, because I cannot be dealing with this kind of headache every day. And this is ridiculous. The stove blew up yesterday when I was cooking that soup last night. People were upstairs, thank God. Thank God the babies were not in here. Oh Lord. It's off, we can't cook anything. The company will come tomorrow to come and check on it. So guys, that is why I'm so mad. Like, I'm really upset. I'm really upset. I don't know which way to go. I don't know the way forward. Like, this is ridiculous. Like the house looks pretty, but everything in it sucks. Everything in it is not. I guess I just came to vent to you guys. I guess I just came to vent, because how can you be paying rent in such a faulty place? Like, I don't get it. I don't even know what to do, honestly speaking. This is not funny at all. Anyway, guys, how are you guys doing? I don't even know. I hope everybody is doing okay. I hope somebody at least is having a good day. I hope somebody at least, somebody somewhere is at least having a good day, because my yesterday and my today has just been, No. Like the type of review I will leave for this place when we leave. Like they will see the review, they will marvel. I should have gone with my instincts. Like when we looked at the review of the place, it wasn't good. Like there was a lot of complaints. I don't even know why I didn't even listen to. I don't know, guys. But so that is my vent. I guess I feel better now that I have vented. I guess I feel better. Oh, guys, it's not funny. So, one good thing, guys, I finally made my hair. I made this hair myself. I could not believe that I could make my own hair myself. I've been seeing people do their own hair by themselves. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes. And it came out so good. And I've had this hair for like a week and 2 days now. A week and 2 days now, and it's still looking good, unlike me. Hair doesn't last on, but like when I make hair and you see it after 2 weeks, you think I've had the hair for 2 months. Hair does not last, braids does not last on my hair at all. Wig or weaver does not last on my hair. My children, my girls are like me. So I'm actually so surprised that this hair turned out so good. I didn't know I would be able to make my own hair by myself. I'm even surprised that it turned out, and that it's most importantly that it has lasted this long. My husband came back the day I made it. I was expecting him to say, "Oh, baby, you look good." He's like, "Babe, I don't like this. I like your natural hair." I'm like, "Come on now." My husband likes my natural hair. He doesn't like when I like braid and all that stuff. The one he hates especially is wig. He said, "No, baby, no. Please, can you just braid? At least, even if you, I love your natural hair, but if you want to do something, just do braids, okay?" I'm like, "Baby, change is good, you know? Let me change my look a little bit." So, anyways, guys, this is the end of my venting session. I hope you all have a good night rest, guys. I have to go and pick Michael from school. He has basketball practice, so I have to go now. Bye, all. Have a good night. Bye bye.